90 countries, over 400 flavors, 16 billion bags a year, just in North America. From seaweed in Tokyo to chimichurri in Buenos Aires to classic on your coffee table during the World Cup, Lay's isn't just a chip. It's the #1 selling potato chip on Earth. But here's something that might surprise you. There are more than 4,000 registered potato varieties in the world. Only 10 make the cut. It's not about taste. You'd never know the difference raw. It's about an invisible number buried in the flesh reducing sugars. Glucose and fructose you can't see, can't taste, can't control once the slice hits oil. Too high and the chip turns dark, bitter, burnt, even if the fryer runs perfectly. Every decision in the factory starts with that one number. How does a potato that passes a test you've never heard of become the chip at every World Cup watch party on Earth? 1932. Herman Lay is 23, broke, living in South Carolina during the worst of the Depression. He writes 200 letters looking for work, gets one reply from Barrett Food Products in Atlanta, a small outfit delivering potato chips to grocery stores. First time Lay hears the offer, he turns it down. Selling chips out of the trunk of a car doesn't sound like a career. A week later, still unemployed, he goes back. Positions filled. Barrett gives him a backup role, salesman, commission only. So Lay loads a Model A Ford with bags of chips and starts driving. Tennessee, Kentucky, one grocery store at a time. And here's what set him apart. He doesn't just drop off the product, he stocks the shelves himself, pulls the stale bags, replaces them with fresh ones, cleans up the display. Nobody asks him to. He figures out that fresh chips sell faster, and a tidy shelf earns trust. A delivery guy doing a merchandiser's job for free, because every returned bag is money he doesn't make. Now here's the kicker. 7 years later, Barrett's going under. Lay borrows $60,000, buys the entire company, renames it H.W. Lay and Company. By 1944, he does something no snack brand has ever done. Buys a television commercial before most American families even own a TV set. His mascot, Oscar, the happy potato, the first snack food spokesperson in broadcast history. 1961, the Frito Company merger. 1965, PepsiCo acquires everything, from a trunk full of chips to 30 plants producing 30,000 packages every minute. But here's the thing Lay wrestled with from his first day on that Model A, and the thing 60,000 Frito-Lay employees still wrestle with now. Chips break, chips go stale, chips burn, chips come out soft. 4 ways a chip fails, and only one narrow path where it crunches right. Here's the thing nobody tells you. A chip isn't fried longer to make it crunchier. It's engineered to lose water at exactly the right speed, while its sugars brown just enough but never too much. It starts in the field. Frito-Lay works with family-owned farms in more than 60 countries. Every season, they evaluate thousands of varieties, hunting for that invisible number. A batch that reads above the reducing sugar threshold comes out dark and bitter, even if the fryer runs identically to the batch before. Every lot gets tested. Potatoes that fail, livestock feed. But here's the thing. The survivors get washed, then peeled, not with blades, but with high-pressure steam that strips the skin without cutting into the flesh. Then, a high-speed slicer running at hundreds of revolutions per minute. Each slice 1.3 to 1.7 millimeters thick. A quick rinse washes off surface starch because starch makes chips clump together the moment they hit oil. Some factories add a blanching step, a fast dip in hot water to neutralize enzymes and pull even more sugar out of slices that are borderline. Then the fryer. Slices enter a continuous oil bath, 170 to 190 degrees Celsius. Water inside each slice flash evaporates. The starch dehydrates, locks rigid, like a sponge with every drop of water pulled out and then frozen solid. That's crunch. Not frying longer, losing water faster. Meanwhile, reducing sugars react with amino acids on the surface. This is the Maillard reaction, not caramelization, different chemistry entirely. Maillard gives you the golden color and that warm, roasted smell you recognize before you open the bag. A few degrees off, burnt or pale. A few seconds off, soft or brittle. Finished moisture 1 to 2%. That's drier than a cracker. Now here's the wild part. After frying, chips ride a vibrating conveyor to shake off excess oil. Then they tumble into a seasoning drum, a spinning metal cylinder where salt or flavoring powder rains from above while chips roll through. Lay's classic 3 ingredients: potatoes, oil, salt. That's it. Has been since 1938. But the 44 limited edition World Cup flavors dropping this summer: Argentinian chimichurri, Brazilian garlic sauce, wavy French onion soup, those can carry 15 to 30 ingredients per bag. Then the step everyone misunderstands. Chips drop into multi-layer metallic film bags and the bags flushed with pure nitrogen. Not air. Nitrogen's inert. It won't react with the oil on the chip. Oxygen will. Leave oxygen in that bag and the oil oxidizes. Your chips taste like cardboard in days. Nitrogen keeps them fresh for 8 to 12 weeks without a single preservative and builds a gas cushion that absorbs impact from factory to truck to shelf, shelf to your hands. Every bag you open, that hiss is nitrogen escaping. And the chip still crunches because it never touched oxygen. Here's where the story flips. That bag you just emptied, the metallic film one with the nitrogen and the 3-ingredient chip inside. In 12 countries right now, Lay's collects those bags, washes them, shreds them, melts them into pellets, and uses them to build football pitches. Real, playable 5-a-side fields in communities that didn't have one. 12 pitches across 11 countries since 2021, from South Africa to California. Over 860,000 play sessions on turf made from the same bags you crumple at halftime. They call the program Replay. When the field wears out after 10 years, it gets recycled into another field. Chip bag to pitch to chip bag to pitch, a loop that doesn't stop. And this World Cup, Lay's isn't just the official snack partner. They're running the No Lay's, No Game campaign across nearly 90 markets with Messi, Beckham, Thierry Henry, and Steve Carell. 44 limited edition flavors on 6 continents. A fan of the match at all 104 games. The chip company spending more on football than most football clubs spend on themselves. So let's go back to that living room. World Cup's on. 48 teams this year. First time ever. Someone reaches for the bag without looking. The chip breaks between 2 fingers, and for half a second you hear the snap over the commentary. You know only 10 potato varieties out of 4,000 survive the sugar test to become that chip. You know the bag isn't half empty. It's pressurized with the same inert gas keeping your bagged salad and ground coffee fresh. You know the company that started with one man stocking shelves from a Model A Ford now turns its own crumpled bags into football pitches on 3 continents. 3 ingredients, 90 countries, 1 crunch. The distance between a potato in the ground and a chip in your hand is about 3 minutes of frying and 88 years of engineering. And you never think about it until the bag's empty. That's the process. We reveal how things actually work one story at a time. If there's something you'd like us to explore next, let us know. Until then, trust the process.